His House is a 2020 horror thriller film written and directed by Remi Weekes from a story by Felicity and Toby Venables. It stars Wunmi Mosaku, Sope Dirisu, and Matt Smith. The film tells the story of a refugee couple from South Sudan, struggling to adjust to their new life in an English town that has an evil lurking beneath the surface. It had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on January 27, 2020. It was released on October 30, 2020, by Netflix and received positive reviews from critics. Bol, Sope Dirisu, and Rial, Wunmi Mosaku, are refugees fleeing with their daughter Nyagak from war-torn South Sudan. To cross the Mediterranean, they brave stormy waters on an overcrowded motorboat, along with other Africans traversing the dangerous open sea in search of a better life in Europe. Although they survive the treacherous crossing, their daughter and many others do not. When they are finally granted probational asylum in Britain 3 months later, the government assigns them a shabby house with peeling walls and dismal furnishings on the outskirts of London. They are given strict restrictions or they may face deportation. They experience racism and hatred from their tenement neighbors. They are met by their case worker Matt Smith, who tells them he hopes they are two of the good ones. Bol tries to assimilate. He sings football songs, asks Rial to use utensils rather than her hands when they eat, and even changes how he dresses. Bol wants to prove to the government that he and Rial belong in the UK. Rial, however, clings to their culture. She retains their daughter's necklace, dresses in colorful clothes, and rather than using a table, sits on the floor to eat. Both Bol and Rial soon experience strange and disturbing phenomena in their new home, and see visions of Nyagak and a mysterious man, who both escape into the walls. Rial doesn't take long to work out what the evil in their house is, an apith or night witch. She tells Bol the story of a poor man in her village who accidentally stole from an apith by the river. When the thief built his home, the apith moved in with him and haunted him. Rial believes that an apith has followed them and if they repay their debt, the apith will bring Nyagak back to them. However, it is not immediately clear what the debt is that they need to repay. Bol burns everything they brought with them, but the apith continues to torment him and things deteriorate between the couple. He goes to Mark and requests new accommodation under the guise that their unit is infested with rats, but is unable to convince him. Bol tears apart the house looking for the apith, which threatens the couple's chances of staying in the UK when Mark discovers the damage. However, this is fine with Rial, who tells Bol that she wants to leave. Bol locks Rial in the house before he summons the apith himself, who calls him a thief and claiming that Bol has stolen a life that was not his to take. The apith offers Bol a deal, his life for Nyagak's, but he outright refuses this offer, resulting in Bol being forced into a state of momentary catatonia out of anger. Rial manages to escape the house but finds herself inexplicably back in South Sudan in a familiar classroom. She is reunited with old friends, who are revealed in a further flashback, to be victims of a horrendous massacre. Rial was able to survive by hiding. Bol finds her and the couple make their escape as violence grips the region, but find that a bus they need to board would only let people with children on. Desperate, Bol sees Nyagak in the crowd and abducts her, falsely claiming that she is their daughter. The couple get on the bus and escape, leaving Nyagak's real mother running behind the bus, as gunfire erupts. Later, many Africans are crossing a rough sea, when Nyagak and others fall overboard. Neither Bol nor Rial could reach her in time. Having accepted what they did, Bol decides to repay the debt to the apith and tells Rial. Bol starts to let the apith into his skin and Nyagak enters the room and returns to Rial. Rial chooses to save Bol instead of accepting this alternate reality, by slitting the apith's throat. Later, Mark comes to inspect the house to find it repaired. Bol and Rial tell him they have chosen to stay and make it their new home. They say Rial killed the witch that haunted them, which Mark finds funny. Bol says they decided to live and go on with the ghosts of their past from South Sudan, including Nyagak. We see a vision of the couple in the doorway with other unknown immigrants, who look into another doorway full of people left behind. Then we see the couple standing in the doorway of their new home with a peaceful look in their eyes. His House was developed by British production company Starchild Pictures run by producers Ed King and Martin Gentles. 2. In August 2017, it was announced Remi Weekes would direct the film from a screenplay he wrote. The Weinstein Company filed a lawsuit against Starchild Pictures claiming they had backed out of an unsigned distribution agreement. 3-4. In March 2018, it was announced Wunmi Mosaku, Sope Dirisu had joined the cast of the film, with the lawsuit not going forward and the Weinstein Company no longer attached. New Regency Pictures, BBC Films and Vertigo Entertainment were set to finance and produce. 5. In May 2018, Matt Smith joined the cast of the film. 6. It had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on January 27, 2020. 7. Netflix acquired distribution rights to the film. 2. It was released on October 30, 2020. 8. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 100% based on 80 reviews, with an average rating of 8.10. The website's critics' consensus reads, featuring genuine scares through every corridor, his house is a terrifying look at the specters of the refugee experience and a stunning feature debut for Remi Weekes. 9. On Metacritic, it has a score of 72/100 based on reviews from 18 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. 10.